In a shocking development, South Korea's entertainment world was rocked by the news that Jungkook, the youngest member of the famous boy band BTS, was rushed to hospital due to severe food poisoning during his military service. However, even more horrendous was the action of his groupmate, Taehyung, who allegedly violated military regulations in order to visit his best friend. Does Taehyung deserve to be punished? And what really happened behind this incident? This incident began when Jungkook, who is known to serve as a cook in a military camp, suffered serious food poisoning. Jungkook's role as a chef during his enlistment has been in the spotlight before, given his skill in cooking that he often demonstrates to fans. Hearing the news, Taehyung reportedly took the reckless step of leaving his post without official permission to visit Jungkook at the hospital. This action is considered a serious violation of South Korean military regulations, which are very strict in terms of discipline and exit permits for soldiers. As a result of his actions, Taehyung now faces possible disciplinary sanctions from the military. However, many fans questioned whether the punishment was fair, given Taehyung's motives were based on concern for his fellow group members. On the other hand, this incident raises questions about how military regulations are implemented, especially for celebrities who are serving in the military. Reactions from fans of BTS, known as ARMY, have been mixed. Many were saddened and concerned over Jungkook's condition and supported Taehyung's act of showing solidarity and strong friendship. However, there are also those who worry that this incident could affect BTS's image and their relationship with the public. BTS's agency, bighit, has yet to give an official statement regarding the incident. Meanwhile, the South Korean military confirmed that it would handle the case in accordance with applicable procedures, without giving any special treatment despite the involvement of famous celebrities. The incident highlights the pressures and challenges faced by South Korean celebrities during their military service. Despite their high public status, they were still obliged to comply with strict military regulations. The case also opens a discussion about the balance between military and humanitarian disciplines, especially in emergency situations involving the health and safety of individuals. Many hope that this incident will be resolved wisely, taking into account both legal and humanitarian aspects. Fans also called for support and prayers for Jungkook's recovery and hoped that Taehyung would not be penalized too severely for his actions based on friendship. In this complex situation, it is important for all parties to wait for official information and not rush to conclusions. Hopefully, this incident can be a lesson for all parties about the importance of empathy, solidarity, and compliance with applicable regulations. And the latest shocking development, reports emerged that Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, suffered severe food poisoning during his military service as a cook in a military camp. This condition sparked deep concern from his fans and colleagues. However, even more horrendous was the news that Taehyung, a fellow member of his group, allegedly violated military regulations by leaving his post without official permission to visit Jungkook at the hospital. This action raised serious questions about military discipline and the boundaries between personal care and duty as a soldier. The South Korean military confirmed that it will investigate the incident thoroughly and ensure that any violations will be dealt with in accordance with applicable law. Meanwhile, BTS fans, known as ARMY, showed their full support through various social media platforms, calling for prayers for Jungkook's recovery and hoping that Taehyung does not receive a harsh punishment. The incident highlights the pressures faced by celebrities serving military service in South Korea, as well as the challenge of balancing between personal life and military duty. Many hope that the case will be resolved wisely, taking into account both legal and humanitarian aspects. Until now, there has been no official statement from BTS's agency, bighit, regarding this incident. Fans are urged to wait for further information and not be swayed by speculation. Hopefully, Jungkook recovers soon, and this situation can be resolved fairly for all parties involved. Since this news came out, the public debate has been heating up. Many questioned whether Taehyung's actions really deserved to be considered a grave offense. On the other hand, there are also those who consider that military discipline must be maintained, regardless of the underlying reasons. That a source from the military said that Taehyung is now in the process of internal examination. If found guilty, he could face sanctions in the form of a severe reprimand, withholding of benefits, or even a sentence of military detention. However, it is also possible that the authorities consider the emergency that Jungkook is experiencing as a mitigating factor. Meanwhile, Jungkook's condition is also still a major concern. The military hospital where he is being treated has not issued an official statement on his current condition. However, some reports said that he was severely dehydrated and needed intensive care to recover his body from the effects of food poisoning. The friendship between Jungkook and Taehyung is no secret to fans. Since the beginning of BTS's debut, the two are known to have a very close relationship. They often share moments of togetherness both on stage and in personal life. Taehyung once referred to Jungkook as his little brother in several interviews, while Jungkook also did not hesitate to show his respect and affection for Taehyung. Therefore, it's no wonder that Taehyung took a big risk just to make sure Jungkook was in good shape. However, Taehyung's actions also invite questions. Is this the first time he has broken military rules for the sake of his best friend? Or are there other incidents that have not yet been revealed to the public? So far, Bighit Music has not given an official statement regarding this case. This has led to speculation that the agency is in discussions with the military to find the best solution. On the other hand, representatives of the South Korean military stated that they would follow standard procedures in dealing with the case. We understand the public's concern over this issue, but the rules must still be enforced, a military spokesman said in an interview with local media. This further heightened tensions, as many feared that Taehyung could serve as an example to show that celebrities do not get preferential treatment in the military. With so much pressure from the public and the army, Taehyung's fate remains uncertain. But one thing is clear, this case has opened a wide discussion about how South Korea's conscription system treats celebrities in the line of duty. Meanwhile, fans continue to hope that Jungkook recovers soon and Taehyung doesn't get too harsh a punishment. All eyes are now on the military's decision and how they will handle the case. Will Taehyung be punished? How's Jungkook doing? Was there any interference from the bighit side to protect the artist? All these questions are still hanging, and the South Korean entertainment world is waiting with great tension. The situation is heating up after recent reports that the South Korean military is considering serious sanctions for Taehyung for alleged disciplinary violations. If this decision is actually handed down, it is not impossible that Taehyung will have to face military detention or additional punishment that could extend his service. This decision, of course, immediately triggered a strong reaction from the army around the world. Many felt that this kind of punishment was excessive, especially considering Taehyung's motives were driven by a sense of friendship and humanity. How can a person be punished for showing concern for his best friend? It's not just about celebrities or military rule, it's about humanity, wrote one of the fans on social media, which immediately got thousands of likes and affirmative comments. In fact, some army communities in South Korea are reportedly organizing peaceful protests in front of the military headquarters. If it does happen, it could be one of the biggest fan demonstrations ever in the history of the South Korean entertainment industry. In the midst of this tension, conspiracy theories began to emerge. Some suspected that there was an ulterior motive behind the military's decision to punish Taehyung. Some speculated that the military wanted to set Taehyung as an example to other celebrities serving in the military, to show that there was no preferential treatment. However, there is also a more extreme theory, namely that this case was used by certain parties to drop BTS's reputation when they were on hiatus due to military service.